Good morning and welcome back to Mull. Just before I start, I'd like to welcome Anna Gregory to our team. Anna's coming on board to help out with some admin, maybe some research into the work that we're doing, which will hopefully help towards some funding. Um, and also, I don't always welcome every new person to the group, but I would like to welcome Peter along this morning. We had a long chat yesterday, and Peter's had a fairly hard time, and he's coming out the other end, and he has some great goals. So I'm looking forward to working with Peter in the future. Um, I'm I've sort of decided to go mobile this morning and walk a little bit because where I parked the bike up, there is now a cloud of midge. So the irony of Scotland is that last night we had snow on high ground, and at the same time this morning we have midge that are following me around. So that's a good sign for the summer. Hopefully my hair will keep them off. So, and really one of my favourite facts in the natural world is that every snowflake is different. Every snowflake has a different structure, and that sort of ties in quite well with what myself and the team were talking about yesterday. We have regular Zoom calls now where we catch up. We talk to the guys that have been furloughed, and we talk to board members as well about the approach that we're taking. And yesterday we had a very interesting chat as to how we think we might be able to go forward here. Because you are all individuals, your life is a journey really for your eyes only. You're the only person that shares your own inner landscape as such, and nobody sees the world in the same way, and nobody feels what's going on in the world the same way, and that's a good thing. We all exist with a different set of strengths, weaknesses, belief structures, hobbies, interests, hairstyles, and personal appearance. With some of us like to have tattoos, and we're all different, and that makes for a more interesting world, and that's a good thing in my opinion. So, despite the fact that we all share the same skeletal structure, we all have the same organs, um, it's how we feel and how what we see in the world that makes us different. And during lockdown, obviously we've had a lot of um, a lot of change imposed upon us. We're slowly coming out of it. I hope you can see this. It's absolutely mental this morning. Um, but we still have choices within that change pattern. And it's important that we try to maintain our own identity within that. Something I touched on yesterday when we were talking about developing a routine, keeping to your routine, that helps to keep your own sort of sense of identity and self-confidence. So although we have some common features, we're all quite unique. And at Healthy Options, we're very aware of that. And of course, you were referred to us. One of the things we have in common is that everyone was referred to us for a certain health reason, but lots of different health reasons. And when we do consultations, we soon realize that that everyone is there for a different, quite unique reason. So, for example, we might get two people referred for diabetes, but after a 1 hour chat, we realize that actually the real reason might be completely different. And goals and preferred outcomes are often completely different. And we have to tailor things for individuals. And that's what we do and what we do best. That's how we've been trained, not to give generalized information. And we've been kind of forced down that road up to now. We've been given out a lot of general information, a lot of education topics, classes, but really what we would like to do is start to hone in a little bit more on things that you really want to work on your specific goals and outcomes, or try to combat specific problems that may have started to develop during lockdown. So we touched on it yesterday, and a few of you have been getting in touch, which is great, but would like to see more of it. So what we would like to do is start producing more individual videos, workouts, education topics, just for you. Just you, right there, behind the camera. Because it's what we train to do. And it's probably going to play a big role in how we work as an organization going forward. Because we're not just going to snap out of this very quickly. We're not going to suddenly all be able to go to Atlantis Leisure and do a Move Well class. As much as we'd like to, we're not all going to be able to go and jump into a crowded gym straight away and crack on with our pals in the way we used to. So we're going to have to think about how we come out of this slowly. I do 100% believe we're going to get back to normality, but it's going to take time. It may take time to develop a vaccine or some other sort of drug that reduces the risk of COVID-19, but we are going to get there. And I think it's important that we believe that. But in the meantime, we're going to have to operate differently. So what we would like you to do is tell us how we can help you on an individual basis, specific for you. So please get in touch with myself and Katie. In the meantime, Jill is coming back on board on Monday. You can correspond with Jill as well. She will pass that on to us. And we will put together little videos specifically for you. Myself and Katie have been doing this for a few people that have got in touch. Please don't be backward about coming forward. Remember, this is our job. This is what we do, and this is how we thrive. So actually, you'll be helping us too, because it gives us something to get our teeth into. Now, we're still going to do the message from Mull. We're still going to do the quotes. We're still going to do the exercise of the day, because a lot of you are finding that interesting and engaging, and it gives structure to your day. With no intention of stopping that. But in amongst that, let's see if we can start zeroing in on issues that are affecting you, and let's see if we can start remedying the situation and start making things a little bit better for you, or giving you some advice as to how you might be able to overcome that. So that's today's message from Mull. Please get in touch. Please don't think these guys are really busy and there's only 2 of them, and I don't want to bother them. You're not helping either you or us by doing that. So please come forward, let us know how we can help, and let's take it from there. And I will say goodbye now. I'll say goodbye for the midge that are still following me around. I don't know if you can see them or not. I'm getting absolutely mullered, so I'm going to jump on the bike and get away for breakfast. I'm sorry about all the moving around today, but as those of you who know and live in this area, it's quite annoying when they start getting in around your eyes and stuff like that. So have a lovely day. The forecast is for it to improve and get a bit brighter and a little bit warmer. Hopefully the wind will get up a touch as well and blow these little fellas away. And I will see you tomorrow. Stay safe, guys. Bye bye.